Fighting Talk back again, and today I'm delighted to be joined by Cal Pacino Ellenor Anth ahead of Northern Submission Series on March 18th. Lads, I mean, it's been the best start I guess you could have to a show, really, hasn't it? Cal, for you first, what's it been like to see the show be so successful so quickly?
It's been a dream come true. Obviously, it's been a vision we've had from the start, a long time. It's been something that we've had in mind, and to see it go the way it has is like, probably sounds a little bit arrogant, but like it's something that I knew would take off for us. I thought there was a window of opportunity there for us, and if you look at the standards of the competitors we're getting on, world class every time, and it just gets better and better each time, and it's inevitable where it's going, you know, especially now we've just done a really big deal there. We've got some big investors coming on, and we've got some crazy plans for the coming shows. March 18th, the next one, really good landscape for the fights we've got. We've got 2 tournaments on it, a 100 kilo tournament, the winner fights Dave Weston on NSS 5. And we've got a 70 kilo tournament, and the winner is going to be the main event, and the finalists are going to be the main event of the card, fighting for our 70 kilo title. It's going to be amazing.
Perfect. And for you, I mean, how did the whole thing start? Because it's something that I know it's a lot more down south to see these shows now. So how did the show start up here in the northeast?
So basically, I was speaking to Cal and said I was planning on doing the submission only series, not submission only series, submission only grappling show. And Cal had said that he was interested in doing the same thing. So we joined teams, joined up together and started our first event at the Roco Hotel. So it's good to have it up in the northeast as well, because there's nothing up here, and we've got a good wealth of talent in the northeast of England. So it's good to be able to like showcase their skills on the biggest show.
I know obviously I've just spoke with Josh Abraham as well, and he was on about fighting on the show, but I know he's had guys travelling from all over the UK already, just on like your second and third shows. How nice is that for you to see these really high level, really high skilled grapplers almost putting that trust in your show to come up here and perform on it?
Yeah, I mean, it just shows you where we're at and how like well respected we are. I mean, we've got a good network of gyms that we work with now, and I feel like obviously the more we're putting ourselves out there, competing and building our own brand, is it's a network, and that's bringing more people to finding out what our show is, better, different, like building rapport with different gyms. This next show, I mean, I've had the last couple, I've had kids from different places on, but this next one we've got guys from Sweden, Portugal, Germany. I've contacted loads of places from different gyms. I've got a lot of the dry guys coming over for this one from Wales. Solid team of them coming over to fight a select few people from the northeast, and a couple of Londoners in that mix as well. And as I say, it just shows you where it's at, and shows you how much trust they've got in us. And as you say, the response we've had from the first 3 shows already that's just a grain of sand on the beach to where we're going. You know what I mean? Like the plans we've got and the people who we're in partnership with now is what's going to take us and elevate us to the next stage of the show. And we've got international plans. We've got plans from different regions. We've got some really, really big things lined up, especially for 2023 as well. This year is going to be the start of it. That lays the foundation for the future going ahead, and we're really, really going to change the game big style.
Look, if we look at this region, of course, northeast, we're here at Rough House, your gym, of course, and look at how busy this mat is now. Look at what you've already built. How proud are you of what you've done, especially in these last few years, in the northeast MMA and grappling scene?
I'm like proud of everybody. I can remember sitting having an interview. I think one of the lads was on ISFC. And they sent a film crew up to film the fighters. Yeah. And I think at the time we only had about 12 fighters in the gym. And I've just been literally thinking, because it's the same spot where we've done that first interview with. I think it was Rocky, Josh and John Marshall, I think they were fighting. And it's brought back memories there. And I look and I just think to myself, it's amazing. We've got like 50 people on the mat and stuff like that now. I brought Cal in as the MMA coach to help with the wrestling. And the leg locks and stuff like that, because it's Carl's game. And then we've got Josh, he's basically a stand-up coach now. We've got Trev Mitchell, second degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, who coaches on a Wednesday, and I coach Jiu-Jitsu here as well. But it's fantastic. Our Jiu-Jitsu, we've joined forces with Alliance Newcastle, and I've been with them for quite a long time now. I think I'm coming up to 5 years, and we've got like a big massive team. A big family. It's really good.
As Hopper mentions, of course, you have now joined the Rough House team, Cal. You're grappling very, very regularly. I know you've not been in the cage for a little while. For you personally, what's the plan? Can you see yourself back in the cage, or do you think it's jiu-jitsu and wrestling's where it's going to be at?
I love me jiu-jitsu, gi and no gi. I mean, I feel like that's a thing I've always loved and tried to excel in. My next plans is obviously Polaris, March the 11th. I've got a really good guy on there, tough guy from AVT. That's on UFC Fight Pass. It's a really big deal for me. It's been one of my ambitions for a long time, and I feel like I keep hitting these checklists. And every time I feel like the better I do, I'm leading from the front, setting an example for the lads. And here, on a Tuesday night, the no-gi class is like, it's rammed, and I feel like every time I do these, it just instills more trust in the things I'm teaching. And because every time I have a match, whatever I've done in the match, I'll come in, I'll work with the team, and I feel like everyone's excelling through that. And I feel like me having that mindset and the kind of ambition that I've got is it's being reciprocated by the rest of the team. I feel like if you look at how motivated Josh is now, his mindset's completely different to what it was before, and that's what I'm trying to instill in them. Just keep, if we stay busy and we keep testing ourselves against the best lads, then it pays dividends, in building what we're doing for the future. And as I say, I would fight MMA again at a heartbeat as long as the money was worth the while, or if it was a really big name. Other than that, I'm not bothered. I get the same buzz competing in jiu-jitsu. I still get the jitters. I still get the nerves. And every time I walk out of there, especially for these like these super fights, they call them, it's the same deal. The risks are there. The here looks as dangerous game. I'm brown belt now, and Ellis Younger. And I feel like now I'm starting to really show people what I actually am about. The weekend there, I just beat the European bronze medalist at brown belt, and I finished him pretty quick. And I feel like people are starting to have trust in what I'm doing. So yeah, jiu-jitsu is my passion. It's my life, and MMA is even in my MMA fights. I was a striker, and I would win fights by submission, and it just slowly became a part of me. And now I'm stuck to it. Without jiu-jitsu, I haven't really got anything really, and that's my life. So I feel like that's what I'm trying to give back. I feel like now, where we're at now and how good the lads is getting, I feel like I've really found a place here, and I'm happy to be here, and happy with me being part of the team. And I feel like we've got a really good solid thing going ahead. And as you see, the same with the show. The more we compete, the more we get ourselves out there, then the more it comes back in return for the show, because we're just building the network, building rapport with good gyms, and really blowing the scene up big time.
Absolutely. Then final one for you both. Anth, will come to you. Sorry, go on.
I think it helps as well that we'll both compete.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So we're coaches, gym owners, event owners, and I think when you're a competitor, I think you get to feel what the fighters need as well. I think that helps a lot. Obviously, I'm a better fighter than Cal, and I'm better looking. Put it out there. Win the cage if he wants to settle the beef, like.
Nightmare, the boy.
Final one then for you both. And if somebody wants to come and join the Rucker House team, how can they get in touch? How can they get involved? And what can people expect from this next Northern Submission series?
If you want to join Rucker House, MMA, Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, Sambo. We've got Barry Gibson as well that does the Sambo. Contact us on Facebook, Rucker House MMA, or Instagram, Rucker House MMA. Leave us a message, we'll get back to you. The first session's free. If you want to try a couple of the sessions, we're more than happy for you to do that. And then hopefully you can join the team and enjoy our facilities and the coaching. Northern Submission, I think it's going to be an absolute belter. We'll use the belter word, North East word, belter. I think it's going to be amazing. Cal's done a good job on the matchmaking, which he always does. I've put a couple of matches in there, just to tickle his feet. But no, I think he's done a really good job on the matches, and I think they're going to be eye openers. There's a lot of fights on there that's going to turn up people's heads.
Carl, final one for you. I know I'm doing you a bit dirty asking the same question after the answer, just giving such a good answer, but what can people expect from Northern Submission Series and from you this year? I'm imagining you're looking to have a very, very active year.
Very active year, yeah. As I say, I'm starting as I mean to go on. That was my first match at brown belt, and I just beat a bronze medalist. I feel like I was supposed to have a match against Tom Barry before. He's black belt now, won the best about, and that wasn't a match I was shying away from. So my mindset is I just want to fight the best people available week in, week out, and show people how committed to the game I actually am, and show people like I am as big and as good as I say I am, because in my mindset I feel like I'm only starting to finally show what I'm about now, and I feel people are realising and people are talking now. As I say, I've got Grapple Fest coming up, Polaris coming up. They're two really big shows. I will have a fight on Northern Submission Series, potentially against Josh Cherrington, who is an athlete I've got all the respect in the world for. Such a great guy, such a great competitor, and that's one we've been talking about since the last time I had a 15-minute match against him, and it was an amazing war. So he's a good friend of mine, so we'll probably run that back on the show. But as I say, gone ahead, just expect the best match fights available. There's not an easy fight on the card for anybody. As I say, even one of my best friends, Aidan Mudley, last time he got Dave Weston, he got his leg broke. It's the game we play. You know, all the fights. You'll never ever see a whitewash on here. If there's an easy sub, it's just because just because of the rule set and both people are trying to finish. You'll not get a stall out. I'm not going to match anybody who's going to come in and have a stink fest. Fast-paced fights, exciting fights, super well matched fights against super high-level guys. And just electricity. That's what you got to expect with Northern Submission Series. Expect the best match fights on the best stage in the game. We're gonna, from where we are now, so our fourth event. Give us a year and we'll be one of the biggest shows in Europe, no doubt, if we're not already there now. And my plan is to take it all worldwide. This is what we're talking about. We've got talks maybe potentially Dubai, Amsterdam's where we're looking. We're going to blow it up, we're going to change the scene, and we're going to really build some superstars in the northeast, as well as kids from other regions, but under our banner. Northern Submission Series is going to really take off in the best way, so I expect an absolutely electric year. That's the best way I can explain it.
Perfect, lads. Thank you very much for your time. Cheers, mate.
Thank you, mate.